Dear NSA, I will do my best to be brief, since I have no doubt that you are currently dealing with a deluge of negative emails due to recent revelations. Not to mention that you have probably already read this email once. First, let me start by saying, contrary to popular opinion, I applaud you for providing an invaluable service. In the past, when I was interested in a lovely young lady, I used to have to follow her home, look through her mail, and sit outside her window with binoculars for weeks before I could dig up something that would convince her husband to divorce her. Now, all I have to do is send her husband some emails from a suspicious Middle Eastern address and call you with an anonymous tip about him being a terrorist. In no time, she will conveniently be made a widow by a midnight Black Ops raid. There, sweetheart. Let me just wipe off a place for you to cry.
What?
Speaking of which, I would like to make you aware of the fact that the Encyclopedia show DC is now associating with known terrorist organizations. There have been several anonymous donations to their Indiegogo campaign, and I am anecdotally certain that they are from Al-Qaeda. I would recommend that you shut down the show immediately and throw their smug, yet oddly attractive host in a secret prison somewhere. I will let you pick which host that is, since they both fit that description. If that weren't enough of a reason, this month I was made aware of the fact that they are now colluding with the crime syndicate known as the Smithsonian. Okay. Technically, the Smithsonian has not been found guilty of any crimes as of yet, per se. But I think you'll find that I have a very compelling case. By the way, this information is highly classified, but I trust that you can keep a secret now that that Snowden character is gone. As I'm sure you're already aware, I, Ichabod Forte, am the proud owner of the world's largest collection of dinosaur fossils, which, for the sake of security, I keep buried in hundreds of sites around the world. In fact, every dinosaur fossil ever discovered was originally discovered by my great-great-great-great-grandfather, Cornelius Forte, in an area of Nevada known as Las Vegas, which I think reveals what really killed the dinosaurs. To hell with all these giant meteor mumbo-jumbo theories. It was obviously alcohol poisoning, with just a touch of syphilis. This great dinosaur graveyard is what prompted Cornelius to coin the phrase, "What happeneth in Vegas, stayeth in Vegas." Apparently they all used to have weird lisps back then. To protect these fossils, or as the Christians like to call them, Jesus jokes, he spent the rest of his life traveling the world, burying his treasures in random places so that no one could ever find them. He even hid a bunch in a tar pit. I mean, who the hell is going to look in a tar pit? La Brea? I'll tell you who. The goddamn Smithsonian Institute. They and their known associates have been digging up our family heirlooms and piecing them together like 3D nerd puzzles. Then they have the audacity to put them on display for free. It's un-American. They think they're so smart when all they're doing is making up names for bone jumbles. You don't believe me? They have even admitted that Brontosaurus and Triceratops weren't even real. They were just bones that they tried to name again. Which, now that I think about it, transforms A Land Before Time into a depressing movie about 3 delusional dinosaurs chasing in treatment for their schizophrenia. To prove that I am every bit of a scientist as they are, I have invented the following dinosaurs, which I will need your help sneaking into their exhibit. A giant lizard, which constantly coughs, which I call the Bronchiosaurus. An ancient reptile born without any skin at all, known as the gaping opensaur. A venomous predator which rapidly flings poop at its prey. Or the velociraptor. Finally, a hideously hunched over beast with a tongue so large it can't contain it in its own mouth. The horrifying Miley-saurus. I would appreciate you bringing swift justice to this situation, since I will further need your services in regard to a certain soon-to-be widow that I have my eye on. Actively yours, Ichabod Forte, Director of International Policy Manipulation, the Institute of Knowledge and Human Hygiene.